There is so much for you to look forward to. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, just the very way that this universe has set up life to work, we know there's all kinds of things for us to look forward to because we come to planet Earth and we get clarity. We have experiences and we get clarity about what we want through the contrast, those unwanted situations that are not quite the way we want them, or maybe are not like we want them at all. And it's no big deal. Not a big deal at all. So what? You don't like a situation. In that very moment, it's contrast. It's a celebration. It's a celebration when something happens that you don't like or is going in a way you don't like. It's celebration. And that part of that celebration is the expansion and the path to the things that you want. So vibrational reality, which is part of our total reality, there is the part that's manifested, and then there's the part that's not yet manifested, but it's on the way to manifesting. And soon as you experience something you don't like, it's not going the way you want, that new version is on the way to you right in that instant, that same moment. Contrast and expansion, snap your fingers on each hand. They happen simultaneously, just like that. So just imagine going through your whole life, wherever you are now, and you've had so much contrast. We all have. It's the natural thing to happen because it's the natural asking. So the universe ensures that it's going to expand because there's asking that happens naturally. We just can't even avoid it. We just walk through our day and we're going to have contrast. And that means the expansion has happened. And now it's about receiving it. So we have been getting that clarity for a long time. And without knowing really what it really means, and describing contrast as things like a bad situation, something gone wrong, a problem, it's a crisis, it's trauma. See, we have looked at contrast in a very erroneous way, very big faulty belief going on right there. And what we're looking at it as a train wreck. And so vibrational reality is completely full, so full of so much that life has caused you to ask for. And that's why there's so much for you to look forward to. It's just about learning how to receive it. No matter where your life is, where it's been, what it's about, if you will sort of think of yourself walking down a path and current reality is off to the sides, it's in your peripheral vision, and in front of you is all of the expansion that's happened, and you can walk towards it as you get your mind in those positive feeling places going through your day because you're high vibration, and that's synonymous with walking forward into the receiving of what you want. But what happens to us? We focus on the contrast like it's a train wreck, like it's a problem. We got to figure it out. Why did it happen? Why did it happen to us? Why did they do that? Why did they say that? Why did things going wrong? Why can't we get them to go right? That's traumatic. I went through a very traumatic situation, and again, then we go, why did it happen to me? Why did they do it? How can I fix it? What was wrong with me? What was I bad? Was I wrong? What did I do? What could I have done different? See, we ask so many questions. We get so caught up in the contrast as a train wreck. We focus there. That kind of focus goes to the law of attraction. Law of attraction just reconnects us with the same kinds of train wrecks over and over and over. So if it's a relationship in your life and you're focused on the contrast, then it's going to keep being that way. If you've got a neighbor and it's contrast, it's going to keep being that way. If you focus on it in a train wreck way, that it's a problem. I got a bad neighbor. I got a nasty neighbor. I've got an unruly neighbor. Whatever. That is a train wreck vibration that's going to give you more of it. It cannot change when you get in that. But guess what? Whatever the experience is in a relationship, with a neighbor, with money, in your business, with a job, with your health, with family, the world, anything, everything, whatever it is that is not the way you want it to be, the version of it that you want is in vibrational reality. You've got so much to look forward to. You should never feel sad and down like life is hard or a struggle or anything. That is a complete and total faulty belief perspective. It's like having the blinders on. That's what faulty beliefs do us. They put the blinders to true life, and we don't even know that contrast, things that we're calling problems and all those other things, is actually a celebration, meaning that so much was created for us. Again, it's just full of so much. Your life has experience has caused you to ask for so much. You've gotten so much clarity from the experiences. Things that you don't like, all those things, they really are celebrations of more life. So we got to now get focused on the contrast as a celebration. And when we focus on it as a celebration, then we're knowing that there's expansion that has happened. And now we're going to look at those things that we call problems, at the contrast in a version of it being a problem, which is faulty, or it's bad, or any of that kind of stuff. We're going to say, wait now, that's not the way it is. Let me get clear here, right? I've been sort of led down the garden path with the way that life works, and there's nothing wrong or bad about that situation at all. That came as energy. It's something that I've got clear about, that I don't like it that way. So what do I like? And that's all set up, and let me focus there and feel that and feel the goodness of all that on the way. Let me feel the positive aspects of what's in my current life. Let me feel good about the clarity, celebrate that, appreciate the clarity that I got and the contrast that happened for the expansion to happen. So you can just switch your mindset to a whole different mindset, where go back to the path, and now you're looking forward, because when you're thinking in a positive mindset, you're moving forward to receive what's already there set up for you to receive from the contrast caused the expansion. You're no longer got all your focus out on the side, on the peripheral, in the bush, trying to figure out why things happened as they did, why they're bad, why it happened to you. And the questions are virtually unlimited, how we get muddled up in life. Why is my body this way? Who's going to help me? Where did it come from? And then we get into faulty beliefs on the area of health. Well, it's genetic. It's in my family. All these kinds of things. It's in the diet. It's in the water. It's in this. It's in that. Now, it's everything in this planet is vibrational. So if you're high vibration, then you're going to connect with the good part. So if you're in alignment, then everything around you is going to be that way. If you're out of alignment, then your body and things about your life are going to be out of alignment. So get into the alignment, and then everything comes back into the way that you want it to be, because you're going to receive the version of it that you want. So if your body is not feeling well, and you are thinking about it's just a temporary condition because I've had a focus on some aspect of my life, and maybe even health. Maybe I've just had this belief that it's in my family, so I'm going to get it. See, that's a faulty belief, but that's enough to get your focus in a place if you keep it there long enough, then of course that's the experience you're going to have. And I've seen it many times. A perfectly healthy person believing that they're unhealthy because of they were told it ran in their family, and it's complete junk. Absolute junk. You are an independent creator of your reality. You are not saddled with anything from any past life, from anyone in your family, or anything else. You are an independent, unconditional creator of your reality. Nothing determines how your life plays out but you, and all this universe is behind you. You are really the one driving it all, but if you don't know, and you don't have your hands on the wheel, it gets to be a pretty bumpy ride, and that car goes wherever it goes. But you put your hands on the wheel and you steer to where you want to go by choosing your thoughts and having them positively focused, then you're going to have a really fun ride. So again, it's the same thing, whether it's health or money or your business, neighbors, you name it, anything at all. If you're focused on those things in a way that you think that they're against you, or you can't figure them out, or you have no solution to them, or you're just unlucky, or any of that nonsense, then you see you're not walking on the path towards to connect with all that expansion that happened from the contrast. You're focused on the contrast, and you're living the train wreck version. You just keep living it over and over and over. Maybe some of you that are listening, you've gone through relationships, right? One to the next, to the next, to the next, and they all seem to turn out the same kind of way that you don't like. If that's happened to you, this is what you're doing. You're focusing on the train wreck version, You're looking at it as something has happened to you. Why aren't you good enough? Why can't you have the relationship you want? Why do people come into your life and do these things and act this way in your life? See, if you get all muddled up in that contrast, then you're just going to have one thing after the other. Same thing with money, same thing with your job. You could have one job after the other, and you think no matter where I go, no matter what country I live in, I seem to get these jobs. It just happens the same way. If that's happening to you, it's because you're looking at it, telling the story, keeping your energy in the same place. You're not thinking about the celebration of the experience and now the beautiful experience that's ready for you. So you've got so much to look forward to. If your relationships that you've experienced haven't been where you want, you've got a beautiful relationship to look forward to. If your money's not where you want, you've got abundance of money to look forward to, and it wants to connect with you. It's looking for you. This is amazing. Like, so many people think, well, I've got to do a technique, or I got to work hard, or I got to do something to get that thing. It's looking for you. It wants to be with you. And you just got to stop blocking it from finding you. So you've got relationships to look forward to. You've got money to look forward to, business to look forward to, health to look forward to. You name it, anything at all in your life that hasn't been the way that you want it to be, it's not the way that you want it to be in the physical world. The way you want it to be is in your vibrational world. And that's right now, and it's as real as planet Earth physical reality. We just got to understand that our total reality is vibrational and physical. And when you get that and you understand this creative process, then you stop focusing on that train wreck version of contrast, and you focus on the celebration version of contrast, and realizing that your life just got better. And now that's where your focus is going to be. Your focus is going to be on the celebration of contrast, the appreciation of contrast, the joy of the expansion, the appreciation for the clarity that you got for the experiences. You're going to love that neighbor who's been acting up. You're going to appreciate that relationship that didn't go the way that you want. You're going to appreciate the money situation, the clarity you got from the money situation, meaning you got a money situation that's even better as a vibrational reality. So you got to appreciate the circumstances that aren't the way that you want them to be, because they made you clear about what you want. Your inner being set it up for you. So when you get that frame of mind, now you have so much to look forward. Every day you get up, you should be thinking, boy, it's going to be fun. The path to this stuff is going to be fun. I'm excited to see how it works out that I receive that kind of thing, right? That's the way it should be every day of your life. That's what we came for. Every day of your life you should be excited, looking forward, enthusiastic, eager for the new experiences and the path that's going to deliver that to you. See? And when you get focused like that, then that's the way your life is going to be for you. Everything is going to be working out. You feel like you're on a magic carpet. And the only other thing that you got to do, in addition to focusing on the good version of contrast, the understanding of contrast, those situations in your life, those people in your life that at face value doesn't look very pleasant, but you're going to understand it from the true celebration of contrast perspective, that's going to change everything. And then you're going to see them. You're going to see them as vibrational dance partners. You're going to see them as your mirror. You're going to love them from that perspective, and that how wonderful they are for causing you to be clear about what you want. And now the realization, it's all there for you. So you're going to switch from the train wreck version and the focus on things that are gone wrong or bad or any of that stuff. You're going to get away from that, and you're going to focus on the celebration. Now that's one thing that you got to do to receive the things that you want and get in that looking forward, excited feeling about life, that it's all set up to work out for you. Now there's one other thing, and here it is. You came in here big, large as life. Even though you didn't have a big body, you weren't an adult, but you were a baby, but you're in spirit, in your inner being, in your true self, you were a pure positive energy being, and you came in here as large as life. And then you got the faulty beliefs, and they put you in a bubble. They put you in a reality bubble that is a false reality, beliefs about yourself, about life that aren't even anywhere close to being true. All that low vibration stuff, you see, now you're in that. You're living partially that. You're not totally 100% low vibration, but there's a big component of that going on, and certainly for different people, different parts of your life. But see, that low vibration energy is not this high vibration of vibrational reality. It's not the path. It's not the celebration of contrast. It's the train wreck version. See, the faulty belief gets you in that low vibration train wreck version, thinking about problems and why did people do things the way they do, and that's miserable, and this is miserable, and this is hard, and that's tough, and that's a struggle. All that low vibration talk, train wreck talk, about things in your life, instead of looking at them and appreciating them and loving them for the clarity. You see, there's a whole different perspective that you can have on those things that puts you in a high vibration. And when you do, then you start to break free of this bubble. You see, that's basically what I'm teaching you here. All my stuff is to break free of this bubble, to break through this bubble, to dissolve this bubble, to clear up all these faulty beliefs. And then you get back into your large self, your largest life again. You got your beliefs are in order with the creative process, the way life is. You're back to your high vibration flowing self, and you're living without limits. You're feeling your richness. You're feeling rich. You're feeling worthy. You're feeling deserving. You're knowing your importance. You're knowing your value. You're knowing your success. You're knowing your perfection in this universe. And the whole universe knows it, and your inner being, that non-physical part of you, knows it. That's your eternal self, knows it. It's just in your consciousness and your physical presence here on planet Earth, the faulty beliefs that you picked up just sort of divided you, separated you away from it, put you in this bubble. And that's the way that most people are living their life, to some degree, in this bubble. And we cannot fully enjoy, fully live life, fully receive the life that we want. And when we're in there, it causes us to look at life from this train wreck version, look at people, look at things in ways that don't feel good, get caught up in judging and blaming and all that stuff, that whole low vibration business, and you cut yourself off from this natural flow of life. You sort of truncate yourself to living this low vibration life over and over and over. And then we got to change it. We got to change the track here. We got to get our mind refocused up here. Celebration of contrast. That's going to change everything. And then you're going to be looking forward. You're going to be so excited about life, so much on the way to you. The path, even every day. It's not even out there. It's today. It's now, right this minute. The path is right now, right now, right now. There's no wait time. There is no wait time in this life. There's no need for patience. That path is right now. And when you're in tune with this knowledge of life, then that's the life you're going to live. You're going to be looking forward. You're going to always be eager. You're going to always be enthusiastic. You're going to be excited. Not bouncing off the walls. You don't have to be there all the time. You're going to be calm. You're going to be at ease. You're going to be relaxed. But there's always going to be that sort of quiet excitement, that quiet eagerness, that you just know it. It just kind of puts a little smile on your face because you know it's all set up to work out for you. And, and it also, it allows you to be very humble then, because you don't have to look for approval or pump yourself up or make yourself look big or anything, because you're just so self-satisfied. You're just so satisfied with life. You're just paying attention to what you want and living life in the ways that you want to live it. And again, you're back to, your large as life self. You got to feel it. Right? You got to feel yourself. So between a focus on the celebration of contrast and returning to your higher self, to the version of your higher self that you are, your total self, your real self, your true self, and then feeling large as life, that everything is set up to work out for you, that you are royalty, and you are indeed royalty. This universe treats you like royalty, but if you block that treatment, then you don't receive it. But that's just you blocking it, and that's what those faulty beliefs did to you. They cause you to block that royal treatment that the universe wants to give you in so many ways. So you got to get back in tune, in touch with who you really are. And then as part of that and understanding the creative process, then you're going to get your focus going on the celebration of contrast. You're just not going to talk about problems, things gone bad, wrong, judging, blaming. That's just going to fall right out of your mind, period, because you will see everybody in a very favorable way, even if their behavior is nasty, their words are nasty. You're going to navigate that in a way that is good for the situation, keeps you in a good feeling way in the situation. You'll deal with it, and you're going to process it in a good emotional feeling way. You're going to see the value of it, not the face value of the specific words and actions in that. See, that's what faulty beliefs do. They get you focusing on those nitty-gritty details instead of the larger, broader perspective of how it's serving you. So once you get there, you do that mindset change, then you're going to have so much to look forward to. So if you're not in that place right now where you're thinking, oh, life is great and I got so much to look forward to, you got some work to do. You got some work to do because you are in this reality bubble and those faulty beliefs have kind of got you. And you got to shake free of them. And so these videos are helping you. And if you need help beyond the videos, you got my books. And you also have my mastery groups available there. And so if you really saturate your mind with all that knowledge of life and you keep yourself connected on a daily basis, keep connecting to the way that life really is and who you really are, and every day you're remembering who you are and how life works, right? That's what all my material does, helps you to do, and you get yourself back into alignment, then you're going to live your natural life. I mean, every day you should be looking forward and thinking about all the wonderful things that are on the way to you, and not just the things, but the path is today, and the path itself is equally as enjoyable, because quite frankly, you don't even know all the surprises and delights your inner being sets up in order to connect you with the things that you want. You know what you want, and you can define it, and you can think about it, and it is what it is, and it's going to be enjoyable when it's in your hand for sure. However, between where you stand and that thing being in your physical life, there's a lot of goodness that goes on. That's the way this universe set it up. So that's the message for today. There is so much for you to look forward to. There is so much goodness in life. Life is so good for you. You are such an amazing being. It's time that we start to live it. Okay, so that's a message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.